Good morning, students. Welcome to Good Samaritan School Isapur online classes. Today we are going to study Geography, Chapter 4, Maps. So far we have studied about the advantages of maps over globes. We have studied the different kinds of maps, that is physical map, political map and thematic map. And we have studied about the components of maps. Those are distance, direction and symbol. Today we are going to study about symbols. So let's begin. It is the third important component of a map. It is not possible to draw on a map the actual shape and size of different features such as buildings, roads, bridges, trees, railway lines, or a well. So it is not possible to draw these structures on a map. So they are shown by using certain letters, shades, colors, pictures, and lines. These symbols give a lot of information in a limited space. So we get a lot of information in a limited space, that is the map. With the use of these symbols, maps can be drawn easily and are simple to read. So easily we can read about these features which are there in the map. Even if you don't know the language of an area and therefore cannot ask someone for directions, you can collect information from maps with the help of these symbols. Maps have a universal language that can be understood by all. So these are basically some symbols, so we don't have to understand a particular language to know these. So therefore it is known as the universal language which can be understood by all. There is an international agreement regarding the use of these symbols. These are called conventional symbols. Some of the conventional symbols are shown in the figure 4.3. So let's have a look at these symbols. Here is the railway line. So there are broad gauge, meter gauge and railway station. So broad gauge is depicted by this symbol, meter gauge is for this one, and railway station is depicted by this. So there is an abbreviation RS also. Roads, there are two types of roads, metalled and unmetalled. For metalled roads we use this symbol, and for unmetalled road this kind of symbol is used. There is boundary. So to depict boundary there are three types of boundaries: international, state and district. So international boundary is shown by this one. State boundary is shown by this symbol and district boundary is shown by this one. To show river, well, tank, canal and bridge, river is shown by this symbol, well is shown by this dot, tank is shown as this, canal is shown as this, and bridge is shown by this particular symbol. So each thing has a different and single symbol. Temple, church, mosque and chhatri are shown by these symbols respectively. Post office, post and telegraph office, police station are shown by this. So all three have particular abbreviation for themselves. Settlement and graveyard are shown by this symbol, and here is the graveyard symbol. Trees are shown as this and grass is shown as this kind of symbol. So these are the different symbols for these places. Now let's look at the other thing, which is the sketch. A sketch is a drawing mainly based on memory and spot observation and not to scale. So in a sketch, scale is not used. Sometimes a rough drawing is required of an area to tell where a particular place is located with respect to other places. Suppose you want to go to your friend's house but you don't know the way. Your friend may make a rough drawing to show the way to his house. Such a rough drawing is drawn without scale and is called a sketch map. So sketch is a rough diagram to show the place to somebody. Then there is plan. A plan is a drawing of a small area on a large scale. A large scale map gives lot of information, but there are certain things which we may sometimes want to know. For example, the length and breadth of a room, which can't be shown in a map. At that time, we can refer drawings drawn to scale called a plan. So in a plan, a scale is used. This scale is used on a small area, so it gives a lot of information about that small area. Then for your homework, you have to answer these questions. Look at the figure 4.4 and find out. So this is the figure that the question is talking about. Here you have the PTO, here the PS, you have seen RS is for railway station. So these you have marked here. This is the river and all these things are there. So according to those places situated on the plan, on the map, you have these questions. So for example, in which direction is the river flowing? So by arrow they have shown the flow of the river, so you have to tell which direction it is that it is flowing to. Answer all these questions and write them in your notebook. We will meet again in the next class.